Let me wave. I'm by myself. No, Marty. I love you. God bless everyone. It's really sunny and hot out. I just climbed a mountain with the Lord. Went up to the top, heard from him, just got back down. I can hear him while I'm walking. I can hear him on the way up, but he gave me a big one at the top. Don't be climbing mountains unless the Lord told you. I've been out here in the wilderness. I came across some strange situations, but I just, I just felt like the Lord said, I'm protecting you out here. Just do what he says and you'll be safe. But I'm not going to admit, I was like, Lord, is this okay? I pulled over because I saw someone in the bushes and it was very isolated. And I was like, I feel the Lord's gonna, like, no one can touch me because I'm under his total protection, but he's putting me in some shady situations. So I was like, Lord, should I just stand right here? Because I see that guy in the bushes. Like, he's like, I saw him. I have like eagle eyes. And and I'm on my way up in this lonely path. And I stood where I was until I saw, is he going to come out of those bushes? What's he doing, right? And guess what? Then I heard the Lord say, you can start walking. He's safe. So then I was like, okay, this is weird because I see a guy in the bushes and there's a trail. So why are you in the bushes? And I get a little closer and he's taking pictures. I hear rustling in the bushes. So I'm thinking, does he have a friend that's in the other side of the bushes and they're going to try to get out and grab him? Let's just be honest. This world is weird. I'm not paranoid, but this planet is crazy. I've had people run down mountains and chase me. So, But anyway, so what happened was the Lord said, no, he's safe. You can keep going. So as I got closer to him, I went, how you doing up there in those bushes? He goes, oh, I'm taking pictures because I heard stuff. And he's like, there's a mom and her 2 deer, her babies. And the babies are trying to climb down this steep mountain right here. I was like, oh my gosh. He goes, I'm trying to get it on video. And so that's why he was hiding in the bushes, because the mom was waiting in the trail for her 2 kids. So he didn't want to disrupt her. Now that's funny. Okay. So then he didn't want me to go because he's like, well, maybe you should stay here until and I'm like, well, okay, let me go tiptoe around. So I said, no, I think it's fine. She's like a little to the right. So I'm just going to gently, if she starts running, then I'll come back where you are. But he goes, okay, yeah, do what you feel. But I was like, because I didn't want to mess up the babies. I didn't want them to not get to their mom, but the deer was fine. And I just walked right by her to the left. And that's my little exciting story. But welcome to our live translation event service, and welcome to a life of listening to the Lord. You want to be happy in life? You want to be fulfilled? Do you want to go to heaven and not hell? Do you want to go in the rapture and not get left behind? Obey the Lord. Listen to him. I know a woman shouldn't go hiking alone in mountains. I know that. But I've been doing it because the Lord keeps telling me to go up there. Very isolated. I've got caught in some bad situations. But I obeyed. I got off trail because the trail literally stopped. And I turned around to go back and go like, oops. And I heard the Lord say, what are you doing? Keep going. And I'm like, the trail ended, Lord. And I'm like literally in sticks now, in bushes and scratchy things. And I have shorts on and like any like kind of mountain lion or anything could be sitting where I'm at. I'm not on a trail anymore. And he said, keep going. I am with you. Because I wanted to keep going because I saw the edge of a certain mountain. Because the mountain range I'm climbing has different peaks. And I saw if I can just get to that peak, but there's no trail, and then I'm going to be trampling through snake territory and mountain lions and coyotes. And I'm just like, and other weirdos, there's weirdos here. I'm in California. It's a weird place. Okay. I was born and raised here. I happen to be on the West Coast at the moment, not for much longer. But when I was allowed to live in a room and a roof and a home, my home was always California, born and raised. Anyway, lived here, worked here, taught in San Francisco, was a teacher for most of my life. Anyway, so he says, keep going. And I'm like, Lord, it's a steep ledge. The rocks and the dirt is crumbling. and there's no trail. It's scratchy, itchy, scary, could be animals. I was like, but I heard him say, so I obeyed. And so this is what I want to tell you. You're only safe where the Lord is, where you're under the shadow of the Almighty. And many of you are not safe in this last hour because you're not hanging out under the shadow of the Almighty in obedience. You're not going where he told you to go. So if I would have turned around and gone a safer way and stayed on a trail, I would have been in more danger than if I went off trail because the Lord said to go. So his protection was on me. I hope you hear what I'm saying, church. Don't find yourself in this last hour uncovered. You need to be covered, even more so because of the times we're in. Jesus is coming, and you don't want to find yourself uncovered and getting left. You want to be in perfect obedience. And this isn't even just about safety. It's about, are you getting left behind? And then when you get left behind, are you going to repent quick enough so you can go to heaven and not hell? This is real. The battle for your soul is real. And this is a live translation event service, but I'm giving you, it's a little story morning. So I continued on this trail, and he just kept telling me 1 foot, go here. He kept telling my feet where to go, and I slipped. I never fell, but I slipped a few times. Little did I know that there was this woman and her dog waiting because she spotted me, and her thought, I know this because she told me, I didn't know it while I'm walking. I didn't even know anyone was looking out for me. I just knew it was crazy what I was doing, and I was so embarrassed because I'm like, if I ended up having to get helicoptered out of here because I fall and I break an ankle or something, I'm going to feel so stupid. You know, those are my thoughts. But anyway, this lady saw me and she was having the same thought. So she decided to not finish her hike. She decided to stop with her dog and wait till this crazy lady and see if this lady makes it. Because she saw I was headed toward the ridge where she was. And I didn't know she was there because the way the mountain is, you can't see anyone on that ridge. So, but little did I know that she represented the Holy Spirit. He was waiting for me over there to make sure I was there safe. I didn't know that. So someone was actually watching me and caring enough to stop in the middle of their busy day and to make sure this lady on this side of this mountain gets over here. And it took a while. She didn't wait for she had to be sitting there for about 30 minutes, maybe 15, 20, but I think 30 more was because I stopped. I'm like, God, this is crazy. And just the one time where I was sure I'm falling down this mountain, there was a tree, it wasn't really officially a tree. It was more like a bush. But let me tell you, I grabbed onto that bush for my life. I grabbed onto that bush like it was a tree branch that was going to save me from everything. It was crazy. Literally, and it was the Lord. He made sure that branch was right there, and it gave me just enough leverage to get a little higher so I was above where everything was crumbling. So I'm scaling a mountain sideways, basically. Full of stickers and brush, but still crumbly. And Hurricane Hillary went through where I was walking, so this mountain has been very much eroded. So anyway, he just tells me one step at a time. He's speaking to me different things, and I'm not going to say all the things he was telling me, but the bottom line was, he was like, do you trust me? And I said, yes, but this is scary. He goes, I know, I have you on a very scary ledge. You're taking many risks. Do you trust me? He acknowledged at least that I'm taking many risks to stay on this trail, and that I'm very uncomfortable and I don't want to do it. But I was obedient. So and he would say, and I was excited because I was hearing his voice. So at the same time, the exhilaration of hearing God's voice is amazing. So I'm going to keep obeying, but I'm not resisting. I'm just a little scared. And so he was helping me. He's like, do you trust me? I'm like, okay. And I started building confidence because when I was slipping, he kept not letting me fall. So I'm like, okay, we're going to make it to that ledge. And the ledge started looking closer and closer, but it was still so far away. I thought I was almost there and I wasn't. And that's what these mountain ranges do. The ones over here where I'm climbing. And so he said, that's your walk. Sometimes I'm going to have you on easy trails, sometimes steep cliffs. You need to trust me one step at a time. Trust me. My church needs to trust me. So I tell you, church, this is not just a fun story time with me. This is a message to you. Trust him one step at a time, and don't let your guard down, because there's an enemy that wants to steal your crown and make you get left behind, because partial obedience is disobedience, and the true gospel is obedience, faith, love, surrender, submission, repentance to the best of your ability in all areas of your life. And make sure you're being found in that condition. It's really fun over here. It's really fun. So anything that's keeping you from jumping all the way, just tell it to shut up and and follow the Lord because he's coming quickly. Follow the Lord. I'm going to have to interrupt this service and do another one. Bye.